This is Justin AMZN on Wednesday, July 25th, 2018, and we have a move after hours and pre-market that is just following along this upper channel trend line, and we were able to get a good bounce off of it, pull back, and then bounce again with the pre-market, and then right into the open. Today, let's see, do I have it at the right time? Not quite. All right, so this is at 8:25. We, instead of the bounce we had in the last 5 minutes before the open, today we had a little bit of a sell-off, but we didn't really have the same triangle as yesterday. Maybe a little bit here, but then a little chop, and didn't really have, I mean, this was a different low, but it was, took out this upward angle here, but it actually made a similar low around 1827. And that's almost where we pulled back to here. It's 1727.50. So it'd be great if we see a rally into this price right in the first 5 minutes. And then from there, if it rolls back over, it's really looking like it's going to open right around the same price as the close, which is not much of a gap. And yesterday was a barely positive day as it rallied into the close. So, yesterday being a bullish gap and go that actually retested and then rallied, putting this kind of a multi-bottom. I mean, this up here, if it retests at all, could be viable because really, everyone was expecting yesterday to just go and just rally. And when everyone's expecting it, the market doesn't like to give us what we expect because it's too easy for us to make money. They'd rather make money, the market makers being they. But we got up almost to this price and then sold off. And if we come down to 1815, I mean, buying at 1815, depending on what your entry and exit were, or your entry and your stop were, could have worked, or waiting for this multi-bottom, that hammer, that could have worked for a rally. And then today, if we have any sort of pullback into that again, which I kind of doubt we'll get, I wonder if we'll get as low as this hammer, as lower wick down here. If we're able to bounce right here off of, off of this low, that's kind of the pre-market breakout point from yesterday. It's the low after hours. It's the low pre-market today. This 1827. I could look back a little further. It's a price that could work. It's a little close to my 1815 price, but it could work. It's close to halfway in between these lines, and I guess we'll just get into the day and see what happens. So we do actually pull back and rally back up above 1827. We pull back pretty close to that wick's closing price. Looking for anything else to the left that maybe we would have bounced there, other than buying here at the end of the day is the same range. This was bought back up here. I guess just a little bit more of a retest. So I don't really see anything that's bouncing off of at this price. So maybe there's something behind the chart from Monday. So anyway, get a little bit of a move higher. And now with pre-market, this could look like a larger Morningstar reversal. But we're actually getting similar to yesterday. We got to pull back and then bounce, pull back and bounce. We'll just see what we do with this upward trend line here. Another pullback, another rally. Okay, this is breaking out and pull back. I like this candle right here because it's much smaller. You could set up an entry with a trigger above the high and a stop below the low, or maybe below this low, something like that. Be really conservative and just take that up into the next line if it works, and just trail a stop. And there's another good candle. This is a great pullback. Maybe if you had already moved your stop, doing this aggressively, got stopped out. But that's another really good hammer. This could be a double bottom here and break out with a neckline. Going sideways. It's just going sideways. Really sideways. Okay, so this is some lower highs. This is pretty relative lows. So if we actually, this could be a breakout, that could be viable right here. Double bottom with a bit of a breakout on the triangle. I mean, really aggressive, and yeah, that would have worked. I mean, getting in right here, bullish with the stop down here, that would have worked probably for 2 hour, close to it here. If you didn't get out at 2R and you want to hold to this line, here's some consolidation. It should pop, should get a little higher. This is exactly 1840. I think that was the high yesterday. 1840. Yeah. So right now, yesterday was a bullish candle. Today is also a bullish candle. If this were to reverse back down, that could be a tweezer top. They were pretty crazy. To have that at this kind of level with this kind of moves at a bullish gap and go, probably taken out. It may not wait to actually make a bearish candle today to do that. So this could actually pretty easily come in above the high, get up to this price. We're just a stone's to the right, not even and we had to squeeze that forward, and it's moving up, and there it goes. All right, right into it. Indecision. I love that indecision right on this line. Say, okay, what are we doing here? Pull back, and there you go. Here's breakout, pull back, another breakout, pull back, and all the while it looks like we're bouncing right off of the high from yesterday. This price from today, this line looks like we're bouncing on all of that, and it just rallies. So this is a nice rally. A little flag here and moves higher. Any of these pullbacks are viable. Just keeps going. Okay, here's a really nice bearish candle with a nice upper wick. The challenge is though, like, this is so bullish. How far do you want it to really pull back? And especially now we got this hammer at the 21. We were buying at the 21 all day pretty much. So, it didn't work yesterday. It retested from below. We haven't seen something like that once this has been trending up today. So there's a little sideways action. Oh, wow. That's really sideways. Stair step dropping a little bit. It's another hammer right on the 21. And then, that just breaks out like to a new high. And wow, it only had a single bar squeeze. That's phenomenal. That moved like this. Okay, that's a new all-time high. Right, it was 1858 and change, I think. I'll have to go back and look. I thought it was around 1858. Well, I know it's around 858. I don't remember what the exact price was, but this is already moving up higher. This is all-time high rallying to the close. 1865.21 is the new all-time high after hours. So actually, the high and the close were both 1863.84. So it's a shaved top. All right, I gotta look at this in the daily. All right, so there's the rest. Oh wow, I really pulled back. Okay, so a really strong rally, and it looks like after hours something again, probably at the earnings. Like we saw this spike a couple of days ago, spike down right here was either for another company or a tweet or something, and then this pullback here. This is double bottoming here, retest the neckline, rally into the uptrend angle, and now rolling over. Looking like a double bottom with a retest, but we hit this resistance. It could bounce here, but with this much bearishness, this could just be the S curve here. A really good point, and it could roll back down to 1815 or lower, depending on how strong this is actually going to really move. But anybody buying in here, all the newbies buying, excuse me, what I was going to look at is the daily. It's a shaved top. No, let's see. All right, that's weird. On the 5 minute, 5 minute says the high and the close are both 1863.84. And then over here, the high and the close are not both 1863.84. Only the high is. So for some reason, it's saying the close was 1863 and 61 cents. So interesting. So anyway, this made an all-time high. Excuse me. After 4 bearish candles, we haven't had that kind of in a while here. Let's see, the previous all-time high was 1858 and 88 cents. Lots of eights in there. 1858.88, and it did take that out in 1883. Yeah, and then that was the low. So high. That one, 1858.86, 2 cents below it, and then the next candle took it out. Gotcha. That's crazy. All right. So with this kind of move, similar location to yesterday, you can look at the same options as yesterday and see how it rallied up into this price, and play it again at the open, or play it again when you have some consolidation here. With yesterday, it was a bullish gap and go. With today, it's just kind of a normal, typical open inside of yesterday's candle, and it does actually form some more sideways. The triangle here with the flat bottom, or a little bit of an angled bottom, and the breakout, pause, breakout, retest, breakout, retest, breakout. I mean, each one of these is a phenomenal breakout. So people are buying, but after seeing this, it's just a question of, okay, what, you're buying at all-time highs. That's maybe a good place to wait for a pullback, but people are buying. So let's take a look over at the calls and see these moved. This is the 1850 call. So it's a similar open price to yesterday. What's really interesting is when this is getting to break out, it was around 10 or 5, somewhere in there. This would have been, I mean, could have done it with a smaller, maybe $100, but it had to work. Be better to go another strike or a few strikes or something further out, or just wait, maybe the 1875 call. But what's interesting is that once you're in on this breakout, it never looks back. And so you could have gone from, let's say, 35 up to 50, and that's $1,500 with the risk of 100, and that's it's a huge gain. And in any of these places where it pulled back a little bit, that would have been opportunities to snag some more, and then to as a day trade, get out of it right at the end of the day. So on the puts, 1750, but yeah, not too much happening, not too much at all. So most of our focus is on the calls and how those moved, and then anytime this pulled back, like this would have been the next great place to get in. And on this pullback, looking for it to actually, because it retested here. So this is at 12:15. So we come back to the call at 12:15 right here. So pull back a little bit, and the pullback was actually to the previous high earlier in the day, not previous, but intraday high. And then from here, could have continued rallying up. So some pretty crazy moves. It is earnings season, so I expect that a lot of these things are happening because of some earnings. Amazon has earnings after the bell tomorrow, Thursday, so I'm interested to see what that does. What it does for itself. But if we get a really bearish candle tomorrow, we had a bullish candle today. If we have a bearish candle tomorrow, it could be trapping some people who bought in the last hour, half hour of the day, and then it's possible to have a little bit of sell-off right before earnings, and that could actually make a gap up even that much stronger. So we'll really have to see what will happen. So, hope you enjoyed the video. This is Justin AMZN. Thanks.